The fentanyl crisis in Canada is not an accident. It's not just a health issue. It's a full-scale national security threat. And the people pushing this poison onto our streets, they aren't just small-time dealers. They are part of an international drug trade that Canada refuses to stop. Since 2016, more than 49,000 Canadians have died from opioid overdoses, most of them from fentanyl. Today, nearly 80% of all opioid deaths in Canada involve fentanyl. And in major cities like Vancouver, entire communities are being destroyed. Where is this poison coming from? The answer? China, India, and the cartels. Chinese factories ship precursor chemicals directly to Canada or Mexico. Indian crime networks, some tied to the Khalistan movement, are now major players in the synthetic opioid trade. And Mexican cartels? They refine and distribute it globally. Canada has become a global hub for drug trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime. Our borders are weak. Our laws are even weaker. And the politicians? They care more about harm reduction than stopping the criminals behind the crisis. This isn't just about addiction. It's about who is profiting from the deaths of Canadians. And the answer is darker than you think. For years, the government has told us Canada is simply a victim of the fentanyl crisis. But the truth? Canada is now a global player in fentanyl trafficking. This isn't just about overdoses. This is about organized crime, international cartels, and Khalistani-affiliated networks running fentanyl through Canada's ports and streets. The epidemic is being deliberately fueled by powerful criminal organizations, with direct ties to China, India, and the Mexican cartels. But the Canadian government refuses to act. Why? Because the same networks flooding our streets with fentanyl are protected by political interests. Instead of shutting them down, Canada is becoming a fentanyl superpower. Behind the escalating fentanyl crisis in Canada lies a complex web of organized crime, with ties reaching back to the Khalistan separatist movement and certain factions within the Indo-Canadian community. Investigations have revealed that elements within the Khalistan movement are financing their activities through the drug trade. One major bust exposed a billion-dollar operation funneling heroin and methamphetamine from India to North America and Europe, using Canadian networks. The trucking industry has become a key part of this operation. Tens of thousands of drivers, many with ties to Indo-Canadian gangs, are being used to smuggle narcotics across North America. And the scale? Staggering. A single drug superlab in British Columbia was capable of producing 95 million lethal doses of fentanyl. Canada isn't just a transit point anymore. It's a manufacturing hub, and the networks behind it are growing stronger every day. In the battle against Canada's fentanyl crisis, the justice system should be the front line, but instead, it's the weak link. The Supreme Court has ruled that wholesale fentanyl traffickers should receive a minimum of 9 years in prison. But in reality, offenders are walking out in just a few. Some cut plea deals, some get time served, and others are released only to reoffend again and again. Statistics show that nearly half of drug offenders are reconvicted within 3 years. That's not justice. That's recycling criminals back into the system. Meanwhile, police are outgunned. Judges are handcuffed by political ideology. And the message to traffickers is clear. Canada won't stop you. Canada won't punish you. Canada will let you walk free. Canada's immigration system is being exploited, not by refugees in need, but by traffickers, smugglers, the cartel operatives who know how to game the system. Over 500,000 people entered Canada in 2023 alone, yet border vetting is minimal. Background checks are rushed, and deportation rarely enforced. Many of these traffickers come in legally, using work permits, student visas, and asylum claims. Some are already known to police. Others are tied to international crime rings. The trucking industry is just one example. Heavily dominated by Indo-Canadian drivers, some with links to organized crime. These trucks move product across North America under the radar day after day. And when the traffickers get caught, Canada's legal system bends over backwards to let them stay. Appeals, loopholes, political protection. It's not about racism. It's not about fear. It's about national security and a government that refuses to defend the country from exploitation. We've exposed the fentanyl trade, the political cover-ups, the immigration failures, and the organized crime networks operating with impunity. But now the question is, what comes next? Crime is rising, addiction is spreading, and Canada is drifting toward a point of no return. Look to Mexico. When the state refused to fight the cartels took over. Now ask yourself, what's stopping that from happening here? Criminal groups are already embedded in our ports, our highways, our banks, and yes, even our politics. The media won't tell the truth, the government won't lift a finger, and the crisis is accelerating. But the people still have a choice: to wake up, to speak out, and to demand the country we were promised. The question isn't whether Canada is in trouble. The question is, will we do something about it before it's too late?